She acts cold, but she's dying for you inside. Hidden signs women use when they secretly like you. Modern stoic. She might appear aloof, but behind those cool eyes, there's a different story unfolding. When a woman holds back her emotions, it often comes from a place of uncertainty. Uncertainty about how you'll react. Women have a way of masking their true feelings, even when they're starting to fall for you. These signs aren't always as loud as you might think, and often they're more subtle than you'd expect. She's quietly testing your level of interest, hoping you'll prove your worth opening up to. It's a common scenario. She seems tough on the outside, but on the inside, her thoughts are consumed by you. The real challenge is understanding the quiet cues she's sending. Remember, love doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers in the most unexpected ways. Love is not something you find. Love is something that finds you. Loretta Young. Welcome to Blessing of Stoicism, where we provide insightful, down-to-earth guidance on understanding the twists and turns of love and relationships. Point 1. She acts unimpressed but reacts strongly when you withdraw your attention. She acts distant, aloof, or even uninterested. She may seem like she's impervious to your efforts, like she doesn't care at all. But here's the truth beneath that cold exterior. She's quietly yearning for your attention, silently craving your validation. It's a trap. Many men fall into the error of thinking that when a woman acts this way, they need to chase her more, to try harder, to prove themselves. This is precisely what will cause her to retreat further. You must understand this desperate pursuit repels, it does not attract. Instead, you must learn to be still. Withdraw your attention. Focus on your own path. Live your life as if her opinion is irrelevant, because in truth it is. Let your actions, not your words, speak for you. Women are drawn to power. Power isn't loud. It doesn't shout for attention. Power is silent, it's calm, and it's rooted in self-respect. By pulling back, you send the message that you are not dependent on her approval. You are not seeking validation from anyone, least of all her. This is a crucial lesson in the Stoic life. You must cultivate self-mastery and remain unaffected by external validation. The obstacle is the way, said Marcus Aurelius. Every moment that tests you, like when she plays hard to get, becomes an opportunity for you to strengthen your own resolve. When you stop chasing, you will see that she will start to chase you. Or at least, she'll look at you with fresh eyes. She'll start wondering why you're no longer at her beck and call, why you are so confident, so self-sufficient. This is the power of withdrawal. It forces her to step back and reevaluate. But remember, you must stay focused. You must live your life fully. You must live like the Stoics, who believed in doing what is right for oneself, regardless of the whims of others. The more you stand your ground, the more she will realize your value, and not because you proved it to her, but because you proved it to yourself. Embrace your strength, your inner power, and become the man who does not need to prove anything. In the words of the great Marcus Aurelius, be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. The Stoic lessons guide you to act with wisdom, not desperation. Let her come to you. You must not beg for attention. You must command it through your actions, your choices, and your mindset. Stay the course, and you will master this situation. Point 2. She keeps conversations superficial, yet watches your every micro-expression like a lie detector. The age-old dance. She seems distant, keeps the conversation light, and you can't help but wonder, why is she holding back the truth? She's not as detached as she seems. In fact, she's likely studying you like a hawk, analyzing every micro-expression, every gesture, and every pause. While you're talking about surface-level topics, she's watching the details, like a lie detector, searching for authenticity, for emotional depth. So, what are most men doing wrong here? They get frustrated, confused, maybe even a little insulted. Why can't she just be honest? Why is she being so cold? Well, that's the mistake. She's not being cold, she's being cautious. Every glance, every slight change in your tone, your posture, she's analyzing them. She's looking for sincerity, for signs that you're emotionally grounded, that you're genuine. The most important thing to realize here, she's not testing you. She's learning about you. And it's not just about impressing her with grand gestures or flowery words. It's about showing her your authentic self. You know, the version of you that's steady, calm, and emotionally secure. Much like an old Stoic, unwavering in the face of adversity. That's the energy she's looking for. You must show emotional depth if you want her to drop the barriers and open up to you. What should you do instead? Focus on your body language, your tone of voice, your posture, and yes, even your eyes. Don't overcomplicate it. Just be present. Be calm. Be confident. Show her, through your actions and your presence, that you are emotionally secure, grounded, and authentic. This is where Stoicism comes into play. With the blessing of Stoicism, you develop a steady heart and mind, creating a sense of safety and trust that she can't resist. It's not about forcing her to talk, it's about making her feel safe enough to choose to do so. It's simple, really. When you remain calm and authentic, you're offering her a space to be vulnerable. This isn't just about impressing her. This is about cultivating a connection, one that goes deeper than surface-level conversations. And when that happens, that's when the magic begins, the real connection. Don't be afraid to show your true self. That's where the beauty lies. Point 3. She seems indifferent, but never fully closes the door because part of her wants you to knock louder. She may seem emotionally distant, almost indifferent, but she never completely shuts the door on you. Deep down, there's a part of her that hopes you'll knock a little louder, a part of her that wants to see if you'll still want her despite her cold front. This is where most men make a critical mistake. They interpret her aloofness as a sign of disinterest, and instead of pushing forward or showing resilience, they decide to move on, thinking they need to look elsewhere for attention and affection. That's the easy way out, and it's exactly what she's testing. If you've fallen into this trap, it's time to rethink your approach. The right move isn't to give up or search for greener pasture. Instead, keep your focus firmly on yourself. Dive headfirst into your own life, your passions, your goals, and most importantly, your personal growth. Let her witness the quiet confidence that comes from being secure in your own journey. You must not fall into the pit of desperation or try to win her over by bending over backwards for her approval. The more you chase after her, the more she will slip away. Because what she's secretly craving isn't constant pursuit. It's seeing if you have enough of your own life to stand strong, even when she's not immediately responsive. Here's where the blessing of Stoicism enters the picture. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control. Ourselves. Don't waste energy trying to figure out her every move or decipher her cryptic signals. Instead, be unwavering in your commitment to your own path. The more you stay true to who you are and what you're building, the more you'll catch her attention. Women are drawn to men who have a clear sense of purpose. Men who aren't swayed by every little shift in attention or affection. They want someone who, even in the face of their mixed signals, remains calm, collected, and confident. That's the power of modern Stoicism. It's not about being cold or detached. It's about being strong enough to walk away when necessary and grounded enough to never lose sight of your own journey. By living with purpose, you won't just be someone she's interested in. You'll be someone she admires, someone she can't ignore. As you continue to grow and move forward in your own life, she'll begin to notice your value. She'll see that you're not just another man who can be swayed by her moods or attention. The truth is, women secretly find strength irresistible. They want a man who is willing to stand on his own 2 feet, no matter the circumstances. When you stop chasing, you stop showing desperation, and that's exactly when she'll start wanting you more. You'll no longer be someone to chase or win over, but someone she will slowly start coming toward because you've proven your worth without ever having to prove it to her. This is the profound reality of Stoicism in its modern form. You stop fighting for her attention and simply let your life and actions do the talking. When you show her that you don't need her validation, that you have your own path to follow, you're subtly inviting her into your life on your terms. Women want to be with men who are leaders, men who know where they're going and aren't afraid to take the long, sometimes lonely, road to get there. So when she acts cold, don't take it personally. Don't panic or chase after her. Instead, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. And when the time comes, when she realizes she wants to be a part of that, she'll come to you. And by then, you won't need her validation anymore. You'll have already moved forward. This is the blessing of Stoicism: being strong, secure, and whole on your own, and letting that strength attract the right people, including her. Keep walking your path, and she'll start knocking on your door. Point 4. She creates emotional distance to see if you'll chase. When a woman creates emotional distance, it's a test. She's seeing if you'll chase. And here's where most men go wrong. They panic. They think they need to chase her immediately, shower her with attention, and beg for her validation. But guess what? This is the quickest way to push her further away. What you must do instead is simple: give her the space she's creating. Let her see that your worth is not dependent on her attention. In fact, stay calm, composed, and let her marinate in that distance. The blessing of Stoicism is that it teaches you how to remain steady no matter what emotions swirl around you. You must understand that your value is solid, independent of any woman's reaction. You need to show her that you have emotional maturity, something that's incredibly attractive. Women crave a man who doesn't lose himself when things go quiet. They want to feel like you can stand strong on your own, without needing their constant validation. So, when she pulls away, don't chase. Stand your ground. That's not only powerful, it's magnetic. You see, holding your space shows self-respect, and that's a form of quiet confidence that makes her wonder how you can be so unaffected. You've mastered the modern Stoic approach: strong, steady, and unwavering in the face of uncertainty. That's exactly the kind of man who commands respect and attention. Point 5. She avoids physical touch but positions herself close enough to feel your presence. Don't make the mistake of overthinking every little detail. Men often misread these situations, assuming that a woman's avoidance of physical touch means she's not interested. But you must recognize that it's a subtle, strategic dance, one that speaks volumes about what's going on beneath the surface. What is she really doing? She's testing. Yes, testing. Not testing you like a final exam, but testing your ability to understand her emotional space. She places herself just close enough to feel your presence, yet just far enough to leave the door slightly ajar. She's not closing off. She's giving you a chance to step in, but only if you do it in the right way. Don't rush in like a bull in a china shop. Be the old Stoic, patient, composed, and measured in your approach. So, what's the right move? Don't push for physical contact too soon. Remember, she's sending signals, small but powerful signals, that can be easily missed if you're too eager. When she stands a little closer than usual, or locks eyes with you for a fraction longer than is comfortable, that's your cue. You need to be alert and confident. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Make your move when you sense that she's waiting for you to. But don't rush it. Be subtle, be aware. And above all, don't overstep. She's testing your ability to respect her boundaries, but also to take that next step when the moment is right. Why does this matter? It's about emotional intelligence. It's about showing that you can pick up on the hidden signs and respond with maturity. It's not about forcing intimacy, but rather about creating a connection at her pace. Your ability to gauge her level of comfort and proceed with subtlety speaks volumes about your Stoicism. It's the blessing of Stoicism in action. You must have the self-awareness to hold back when necessary, and to move forward only when she's ready. It's a delicate balance of respect and assertiveness, of knowing when to stay back and when to move forward. This kind of emotional maturity is what sets you apart. Women value a man who can be patient yet decisive, gentle but confident. This isn't about reading the wrong signals, it's about understanding the depth of what she's offering and taking the time to appreciate it without rushing. She's waiting for you to show that you can be a man of quiet strength. Someone who doesn't need to rush. Someone who knows the art of the subtle touch, the meaningful pause. That's the mark of a true Stoic. Point 6. She downplays her interest in you but mirrors your energy with surgical precision. In the modern world, many men fail to grasp the subtle but powerful signs that women give when they secretly like you. One of the most telling behaviors is when she downplays her interest in you, yet mirrors your energy with laser-like precision. This is where most men go wrong. They misinterpret her subtlety as disinterest and, as a result, back off, assuming she's not into them. The truth is, if she's mirroring your tone, your movements, even your habits, she's emotionally engaged with you, even if she's not vocalizing it. Don't fall into the trap of thinking her actions are neutral. Every little detail matters. You must be keen, aware, and attuned to the fact that she's showing you she's interested, even if it's not in an overt, obvious way. This isn't a game. It's a sign that she's emotionally invested, just choosing a more Stoic approach to express it. By embracing Stoic lessons, you understand the value of observing, of reading between the lines, and not reacting too quickly or impulsively. Be patient and focus on what's in front of you. Remember the teachings of Marcus Aurelius. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Don't mistake silence or restraint for lack of affection. This is her way of testing the waters. She wants to know you can handle this subtle dance without crumbling or overreacting. If you want to master this, you must mirror her Stoic mindset, maintaining your own composure, never allowing her actions to rattle you. Keep your cool. Look for those quiet signs. Don't let them slip away. She may not speak it loudly, but her actions, her subtle gestures are screaming that she's already into you. Stay alert. Be proactive. In the Stoic life, patience is power. By staying grounded and aware, you become the man who can read the signs, act decisively, and turn those subtle signals into victory. You must not lose your confidence. Let self-doubt creep in, or let the uncertainty make you second-guess yourself. Instead, trust your instincts, your ability to read the situation and maintain control. This is your opportunity to dominate your own life. Navigate these hidden signals and build a deep connection. That is how you take command of this interaction, turning it into an undeniable win. Keep pushing forward with strength and determination, and you'll be amazed at the results. Point 7. She's cold in public, but secretly notices every time you looked at her and didn't flinch. When she acts cold in public, don't mistake it for disinterest. She's likely testing you. Many men make the mistake of interpreting her cool demeanor as a sign to back off, to retreat into themselves and distance themselves from the situation. They assume that because she's not warm or engaging in public, she's not interested, and in doing so, they fail to realize the underlying truth. Her behavior isn't a rejection, it's an invitation. It's a challenge to see how you handle her emotional distance. When she gives you that cold exterior, she's not trying to push you away. She's testing whether you have the emotional strength to remain unaffected, to stand strong in your sense of self, and to not be swayed by her public display of bakunononat. This is where many men fail, but you must see this moment as an opportunity. You must recognize that your emotional response is yours to control, and it's in these moments of challenge that your true strength will shine through. The Stoic life teaches us one undeniable truth. Our emotions are our responsibility, and we are the masters of them. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. This principle should guide you in moments like these. When she looks at you coldly, when she acts as if she couldn't care less, don't take it personally. Instead, respond with strength, poise, and an unshakable inner calm. You must show her that her coldness doesn't affect you. You must remain steady, calm, and unaffected by her behavior. The secret is simple: keep acting as if nothing has changed. Keep moving through the world with your confidence intact. Don't make a spectacle of it. When she notices you, acknowledge her with subtle eye contact. Don't look for her approval. Don't seek her validation. You are not performing for her. You are demonstrating to yourself and to her that you are secure, emotionally grounded, and unaffected by her outward display. You are, in essence, proving that you are consistent and emotionally resilient, qualities that are at the heart of Stoic lessons. Don't allow her exterior to throw you off course. Her public coldness isn't a sign to back down. It's a test to see if you can stay grounded, to see if you can stay true to who you are, even when the outside world, including her, may try to throw you off balance. She's not necessarily rejecting you. She's testing your emotional consistency, your ability to remain steady in the face of her challenge. In modern life, we are constantly bombarded with distractions, temptations, and challenges that test our emotional resilience. But it's in these moments of pressure that we must rise. It's when the world expects us to falter that we must stand tall. This is where you can excel, by not being shaken by her coldness, by showing that you are a man who remains steadfast, regardless of external circumstances. You must master this. As you develop this emotional control, you will see how it impacts every aspect of your life, not just relationships. The Stoic way of life teaches us that we must remain unaffected by the opinions of others, that we are to control our reactions and cultivate inner peace. Remember, in these moments, your challenge is not to win her over through force or emotional reactions. Your challenge is to demonstrate your emotional fortitude, to show that you cannot be swayed by her demeanor. This is a powerful test, and the true reward is not just her attention, it's the mastery of your own emotional state, the victory of emotional consistency. Don't back down. Stay the course. The ability to remain stoic in the face of emotional tests is what makes a man truly unshakable. Point 8. She delays replying but rereads your text like they hold the answer to something deeper. What most men do wrong. One of the biggest mistakes men make is overreacting when she delays replying to texts. They think that a delayed response signals disinterest, which prompts them to send a flurry of follow-up messages. This, unfortunately, only pushes her further away. Let's be clear, if she takes time to respond, it's not a sign that she doesn't care. It's often a sign that she is internally processing her feelings. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." When you don't rush to fill the silence with needy messages, you show patience, emotional control, and confidence. These are powerful qualities that attract, and that's what she's looking for. Instead of panicking, let her have the space to respond. Allow her time to figure out her feelings and process the connection. This isn't a game, it's a lesson in Stoic living. You must embody the principles of a Stoic life: steadiness, discipline, and patience. She's waiting to see if you can handle the silence with grace. That's where your power lies. If you can stand firm without desperation, you're showing her that you're not just seeking validation, but that you're living with purpose. That is what makes you irresistible. You see, life is a reflection of our internal mastery, and women can sense that. You don't need to be her constant source of reassurance. You need to be someone who brings calm and certainty into her chaotic world. "He who is brave is free," said Seneca, and that bravery lies in controlling your impulses and mastering your emotional responses. By practicing Stoic lessons, you embrace the reality that patience is power. The longer you hold your ground and remain steady, the more attractive you become. Let the silence work in your favor. Be the Stoic man who understands that the path to victory is built on restraint, not desperation. Point 9. She maintains a poker face but subtly highlights her best features when you're around. She may maintain a poker face, appearing cold, distant, or even indifferent. But underneath, she's quietly craving your attention. It's easy to misinterpret this facade as rejection, but in reality, it's a subtle invitation to understand her on a deeper level. What most men fail to grasp is that her cold demeanor isn't a wall that can be broken by force. It's a challenge, a test of your composure and patience. Most men, eager to break through, try to push harder. They talk more, engage with more intensity, believing that if they just keep going, she will eventually warm up. But this approach often backfires. The more they push, the more they inadvertently reinforce her emotional guard. Instead of connecting, they create distance. What you must do, however, is the opposite. You must stay calm. Don't push. Don't force anything. The key is to observe, to wait for her to reveal herself at her own pace. She may give you small clues, subtle signs of vulnerability. Perhaps she adjusts her hair, or a faint smile escapes her lips. These are the moments you must recognize. These are the signals she's sending, quietly telling you that beneath that cool exterior, there's a woman who is drawn to you. But here's the truth: these signs are fleeting. They are easy to miss if you're too eager to break through her defenses. The Stoic lessons teach us that true strength lies in restraint, not in force. You must be the one who remains composed, calm, and unwavering. The Stoic life isn't about rushing or forcing emotions, it's about patience, understanding, and allowing things to unfold naturally. When you give her space, when you let her guard down at her own pace, you are demonstrating strength, real strength. By embodying the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, you show that you are not desperate for validation. You don't need to rush her feelings, because you understand that true connection is built over time, not through manipulation or coercion. Her small gestures are important. It's in the way she subtly tilts her head when you speak, the way her body language shifts when you're close. These are the moments that matter. You must learn to read them. They are your map, guiding you toward the truth of her feelings. When you maintain composure, when you allow her to feel safe in your presence, you create an environment where she can slowly lower her emotional guard. He who is brave is free, Seneca wisely said, and this freedom comes not from forcing an outcome, but from letting things happen in their own time. You must become a master of patience, a man who isn't controlled by the need for immediate gratification. Instead, you exude confidence, strength, and understanding. You understand the power of silence and stillness. By staying calm and composed, you are not just winning her heart, you are mastering yourself. You must realize that women in their complexity are not trying to reject you, they are testing you. They want to see if you have the emotional intelligence and strength to recognize their signals and respect their boundaries. The Stoic mindset teaches that life isn't about forcing things to happen. It's about being able to endure the challenges, the quiet moments, and still maintain control over your emotions. In relationships, as in life, this is where the true victories lie. By embodying the Stoic virtues of patience and wisdom, you create an environment where she feels safe enough to lower her walls. And that's when you truly win her heart. It's not through force, it's not through manipulation, it's through understanding, patience, and strength. The Stoic way. You must act with the quiet power of someone who knows that real connection comes from patience, from observing the small signs and letting her feel comfortable enough to reveal her true feelings. You are not in a rush. You are playing the long game, and in doing so, you win her trust and admiration. This is the power of Stoic lessons in action, the power of mastering yourself and using patience as your greatest strength. Point 10. She brings up other women just to test if she still has emotional leverage. What most men get wrong. The mistake is clear. Many men feel the need to react immediately, to compete, or even worse, get jealous when she talks about other women. This is a huge misstep. Reacting that way only feeds her doubts about you. You must resist the temptation to prove anything through insecurity. Instead, be the calm in the storm. What should you do instead? Stay cool. Let her speak freely. No matter what she says, your response must be effortless. Let her see you're not intimidated. Show her you're confident and emotionally secure, and that you're not threatened by her mention of other women. You want to project a vibe of quiet strength, where jealousy and insecurity have no place. Why does this matter? The real issue isn't about those other women. No, it's about how you react in this test. She's not trying to get a rise out of you. She's testing whether you can handle the situation with emotional stability. She's watching closely, checking if you're mature enough not to crumble when faced with a slight challenge. It's all about emotional resilience. This is a fundamental trait she looks for in a man because it signals strength of character and the ability to handle real-life complexities. Be like a modern Stoic, unshaken by external pressures. When you master this, you display the blessing of Stoicism, a calm mind in the face of emotional turmoil. You must show that you are not swayed by her tests or distracted by her attempts to gauge your emotional temperature. True strength comes from inner peace, and this is exactly what women are drawn to. The more you embody this, the more attractive you become because emotional stability is the foundation of any meaningful connection. Bonus point. She's playing the long game, understanding her subtle strategies for building emotional connection. When a woman acts cold, it's not a rejection. It's a powerful, often misunderstood strategy. She's playing the long game, and if you understand this dynamic, you'll unlock the true potential of emotional connection. Most men, especially those seeking instant gratification, make the fatal mistake of rushing the process. They believe that a fast connection equals real attraction, but that's a misconception. Women, in their essence, are not driven by instant moments of passion or superficial exchanges. They are looking for something much deeper, a long-term emotional bond that goes beyond fleeting moments. The problem is, most men fail to recognize this deeper need. They push too hard and too fast, confusing rapid progress with true attraction. But this only leads to frustration. What women truly crave is patience and maturity, qualities that demonstrate a man's capability to invest in something lasting. If you truly want to win her over, you need to stop focusing on the short term and start embracing the long-term emotional connection she seeks. This is where Stoic lessons come into play. The Stoic life teaches us the power of patience, emotional control, and understanding that meaningful outcomes take time. Marcus Aurelius, the ultimate Stoic, said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This is your guide. When you're interacting with a woman who seems distant, take a step back. Don't rush. Understand that she's not rejecting you, she's testing the waters, building the foundation for something deeper. By demonstrating patience and self-control, you signal that you are someone capable of a deep emotional investment. The key is to show her that you are in this for the long haul, not just for the fleeting thrill of attraction. You must be steady, unwavering in your confidence and maturity. You must show her that you're not looking for a quick connection or a superficial fling, but that you're committed to building something meaningful. Why does this matter? Because women appreciate men who can look beyond the immediate and understand that real, lasting relationships take time to grow. This is the essence of the Stoic mindset. It is about focusing on what truly matters and not getting caught up in the short-term rush. When you're patient, when you take the time to understand her emotional needs, you're not just winning her attention, you're winning her trust, her affection, and ultimately the opportunity for a much deeper bond. If you rush things, you'll only alienate her. Patience is a virtue, and in matters of the heart, it's one of your most powerful tools. You must also recognize the importance of self-control. Many men make the mistake of projecting their desires too aggressively, thinking that intensity equals attraction. But intensity often pushes women away, especially when it's not tempered with patience and understanding. This is where the Stoic lessons can truly guide you. Marcus Aurelius teaches us to be calm and deliberate, to maintain composure even when emotions run high. In the context of relationships, this means taking the time to allow things to develop naturally without forcing anything. It means giving her the space to come to her own conclusions about you, instead of rushing her into something she's not ready for. Take control of your emotions. Master your impulses. Don't be reactive, be reflective. A woman who is playing the long game wants to see if you are capable of doing the same. She's testing your patience, your understanding, and your ability to invest in something real. If you're constantly in a hurry, you'll miss the opportunity to prove that you can build a meaningful, lasting bond. You must stand firm, be consistent, and remain confident that good things come to those who wait. When you show her that you can provide the stability and emotional depth she craves, you become a rare and valuable presence in her life. Patience, maturity, and emotional control are not just attractive. They are essential for creating a deeper connection. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Become the man who understands the value of long-term emotional investment. Become the man who demonstrates the strength to wait, to build, and to nurture something real. This is not a game of rushing or forcing things into existence. This is the game of building something meaningful, and for that, patience is the most valuable tool in your arsenal. When you embrace the Stoic principles of patience, self-control, and emotional maturity, you are not just attracting her. You are preparing to create a lasting, genuine connection that goes beyond the surface. This is your victory. Don't forget that. Embrace it. Make it yours. Hey there. Thanks so much for sticking with us until the end. Now here's the thing, if you've noticed these signs in someone, don't rush to conclusions. It's easy to get caught up in playing games or trying to read between every word and gesture. But remember, real connection comes from understanding and patience, not pushing for immediate answers. If someone is acting distant or cold, take it as a sign they might be testing the waters. But don't let it confuse you or throw you off course. People, especially women, sometimes need reassurance. Just keep being genuine, show that you care, and be the consistent presence they might be secretly longing for. And if you've made it this far, drop a simple "you got me" in the comments to show you're part of this real community. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more insights, and share it with someone who might need a little extra clarity on these signs. We've got another video lined up for you right now. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow with even more valuable tips.